What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Off Day Podcast with Carmen and Liz.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to the one that y'all been waiting for.
Yeah, y'all been waiting for this one, and it's here.
Should we tell them what this one is all about?
I think we should. You know, got the flag hanging behind me, so.
All right, y'all. It's the race recap.
So we are going to recap. This episode is going to be our full recap of Hyrox Dallas. So we had done our first doubles Hyrox race back in May. We did Anaheim, and that was our first time ever doing it. We had 2 months of training. And then if you've been listening to the podcast, you know we were doing our Hyrox Bricks of the Week. That has been leading up for about 5 months now for this race that we did in Dallas. And so we had our last episode. We did our whole race plan that you guys were a part of, you guys are listening to as we planned that out. And now the race is done. The race is over with.
Done.
It's done. It's in the past. And so we're going to recap it. So
yeah, we're
going to
talk
start
about
throughout the entire race, but for kind of context, so at Anaheim, we had came 4th place. So we didn't podium. And this weekend, or this past weekend, whenever it was, 2 weekends ago, in Dallas, we came 2nd in our age group, and we lost by 0.02, but we're still grateful because we got on the podium, and we know that a lot of girls look up to and strive to be on the podium. It's just fuel to the fire for our training for our next one. So, yeah.
It hurts. Yeah, 0.02 hurts, y'all, but we're slowly getting over it, and yeah, you're right. It's going to fuel us for our next race. So we have some different things in the works, some different ideas for our upcoming training and our training block leading up to our next doubles Hyrox. So we're going to keep you all informed on that and kind of what we change up and what we add or what we remove from our training. And yeah, y'all can keep following along with us from here on out. But yeah, we're going to recap this race that we just had in this episode. So
yeah. So we'll kind of go through the race from start to finish. So what we have kind of talked about before with what a Hyrox race is, it is 8 functional exercises paired with a 1K. So you start off with a 1K and then you go into a functional exercise.
And a 1K is a 1,000-meter run.
Yeah. So with that, we kind of, in the beginning of our race, with our race plan, we had the goal of going out and getting to the ski erg first. We had our heat. There was about like 80 girls in our heat, and they like send off heats after like periods of time. So we're not like a bunch of people.
I think it's like 15 minutes.
Either way, there's so many people running at once. You're bobbing and weaving, and we'll talk about that. But so our goal was get out hard that first 1K and get to the ski erg first, and that's exactly what we did. So we got to the ski erg first.
Yeah.
I started us off, and then you ended the ski erg.
Yeah, our plan.
And we started and got out first.
And our plan for every station was for Lizzie to start and then for me to end. So you have to kind of like plan who starts each event and who ends, because you know that could like kind of dictate your race, because whoever starts is like tired from the run that you just did, but then whoever ends is tired from the exercise before the run, you know. So you kind of gotta find your strengths and, you know, figure that out. So yeah, ski was first.
Yeah, and that comes with trial and error, and I think that's gonna be something that we switch for our next race. We're gonna kind of switch that, so I'm gonna go on the end and you'll go first, and we'll see how that kind of goes. But
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
That'll be in our next race plan.
It's hard to do trial and error when you only have two races a year.
Yeah. So here's where our first error. This is when the race started to go downhill. So we take off from ski, and you have the rock zone before you, like, there's the in where you come into where the exercises are
after
from
the run.
Like run. That's so you run laps around. It's like a square around, and then you go into where the functional exercises are, and then you go out. But they have these big giant blow up things that says like the in and the out. And my dumbass went out the in And we were out of it for like 10 meters or so.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, wrong way.
And we were like, what? We were like, you talking to us? What do you mean?
So we had to turn around, go back in, go down, back the out, and then back up and into our run.
Yeah.
So that was definitely 2 seconds right there.
It probably made 1,020 meters, 1,030 meters.
Well, I mean, regardless, you're going to run more than 1,000 meters if you run the rock zones, which is highly recommended. So, I mean, I had 6 miles on the day. So I had a 10K worth of running from the total race.
Like, I mean, we both did.
Bruh.
Well, yeah, whatever. So then we went into our second K. And then from there, we went into sled push. So again, I started. And I was seeing other girls say this too. I felt like the sleds felt way heavier than Anaheim. And I've been training them heavy. And they felt heavy. And I had seen other girls posting about Dallas. And the one girl posted a YouTube video that I watched. And she said, I felt like the sled, like push and pulls, were way heavier than normal.
You know?
So I thought that was kind of interesting. And her sled went, and we'll talk about this for the sled pull. Her sled pull went into the other lane as well.
Wait,
I
mine?
forgot to tell you that.
Yeah.
No, the girl's YouTube video that I was watching, hers also did the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah, what? They need to have people over there. I don't know, like unhooking it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like for sled push, I feel like it depends on the flooring. Like if the floor is turf versus carpet material, I feel like that really depends. But I feel like for me, sled was probably the easiest event in this whole shebang because it was definitely the hardest event in Anaheim. But I don't know.
And it was the easiest one for me, so I feel like we flipped.
Yeah, we flipped. So, yeah, I don't know.
And we go into sled pull. So with sled pull, it's like 50 meters total. So there's like the length of 12 and a half. So I would go down and then Carmen would go back. I would go down, Carmen would go back. And we really messed up on, this is the one exercise we really started to mess up with because we were pulling the rope between our legs and that causes it to build up like at the back of the box and you can like walk the rope back to the end of the box. And I mean, don't step out because you'll get a penalty. But we were literally tripping on it. We both fell on the rope. And it was, like we need to pull the rope to the side of us, not between our legs. And then we both fell. And then Carmen, you had your fiasco.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I never pull it between my legs. Like, what at the gym? So I don't know what happened there, but yeah. And then when I was going, the rope like kind of got hooked. There's kind of like these landmine like inserts on the points of the sled, and it kind of got hooked under one. And then so I don't know, physics, whatever. It was pulling into the other lane, but I was pulling it straight. So it was in the other lane, and the guy's trying to fix it, but I'm not going to stop pulling it. So I'm continuing to pull it, and he's like kind of chasing it, trying to fix it while I'm pulling it. But I don't know. I feel like it's no one's fault, like things happen like that. So good thing we didn't get a penalty, but that was insane. Yeah, we were also
and it didn't like we weren't the only ones that it happened to because obviously the girl in the YouTube video that I watched, it was the exact same thing that happened to her, and she was doing solos. So I'm like, that really sucks. But
yeah, at least you get a little break when you get to sit on the ground.
So then from there, again, we went into our 1,000 meter, and then we had burpee broad jumps. And I promise you, I have been trying to get burpees down because at Anaheim, they humbled me, and they humbled me so bad in Dallas. Literally so bad. This is how I know I need to go second, because once I started going, I just could not, like I started off and I had nothing. So you took over quick. And once I had that little bit of a break, I was like, okay, I had some spark back, but yeah, woof. And then, then I had a panic attack. Yeah,
we finished burpees and we had to walk away from burpees while Lizzie was having a panic attack. And I was like, I mean, dude, like honestly, it could have happened to any of us. Like you know, like, don't blame you at all. Like, that shit could have happened to me too, you know?
Yeah,
You never
we
know.
deal with the same thing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could not. Let's just say when you were finishing burpees, I couldn't see. I couldn't see at all. And I started freaking out.
Yeah. We literally had to go over and like get the water. We got the Gatorade, and then Lizzie had to like sit down mid race. She was like, I can't see. I'm gonna pass out. And I was like, get your ass up. We're fucking placing in this thing.
I was like, yes, mommy. Yup.
Get up. I was like, oh my God, are you okay? Get up. We're going.
Yeah.
I was like, we can walk. We'll walk. And then you were like, no, please, no, please. You were like, I can't hear anymore either. It was scary.
Hey, I'm glad we can laugh about this.
And then we started the run and we were going so slow. And then I was, because how we ran each run, kind of like you were in the front and I was in the back. And then I kept going, are you okay? From behind you. And then you would just shake your head. No. That whole 1K after the burpees. So, yep. We need
That was rough. There's the .02 right there.
Yeah.
.02 plus.
I mean, maybe.
Only think about that though.
Dude, maybe like I could do. Wait, what?
I was gonna say, think about if I did not have that happen. We would have went straight into the 1K.
Bro, we can't.
We could have
think
ran
about
like
that.
a one. I know, but we could have had like a 104. Oh my gosh.
Dude, honestly, like the timing is important. Like, and like we dropped time from our Anaheim race for sure, but I honestly think it's like cross country. It depends on the course. I feel like the timing is different like per course, you know. But I mean, we're new. I don't know if that's true.
I mean, I sent you the one course where everything was in one spot, and it was and everyone's like, yeah, it was so fast. And we heard that people were saying like, oh, Chicago was a fast course, so it is based on course.
Yeah, yeah. Or if like the burpees or the lunges are just like a full straight 80 meters and there's no like turning, I feel like that makes a difference. But yeah. Also, do you want to talk about how we did our runs, our strategy for our runs, how you moved people?
So I led the 1Ks, and during these runs, there are hundreds of people running at the same time.
Yeah.
And there's technically a fast lane, but no one really considers that. So you have to like bob and weave through people.
Yeah.
So we would try to run in the fast lane, and I would literally be like throwing my hand out, like hitting girls on their sides, being like, on your left. And I was saying sorry as well. Like, I'm so sorry.
No,
but there were times also. Well, you were kind of the back man really apologizing for us getting through. But there were times where people would cut in front of us to go into the inn, and I would just like grab both their shoulders and basically run over them.
Yeah, because you don't know if
And,
people
like,
are about to turn or not. It's scary.
Yeah, and even turning into the inns, trying to like turn to go down to like farmers care and stuff, I would literally like be grabbing girls by both their shoulders.
Yeah, from behind.
Be like, sorry, moving. Like,
you would grab them and move them, and then I'm like, because we were running in a single file, so then I would be like, sorry. You'd be like, move, sorry. So at least, you know, we had a little system going.
And a lot of them were like, oh my gosh, like they weren't mad about it. They were like, oh my gosh, like they're going so fast.
They probably got knocked. I mean, everyone was getting all knocked around, you know, so.
So after burpees, we go into the row.
Wait.
And this
after
is when
burpees is halfway, so it's like the halfway point, right? So we have 4 more.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
So next is row. And this 1K, you were talking to me and you're like, do you want me to go first? I'll go first so you can have a break. And I was just like, no, I'm not going second.
Yeah, that would have screwed you. Like if we switched, because we did that at Anaheim too. We switched, like we were just talking midway and we switched who went first and second on a few different events. And dude, we cannot do that. Like we need to keep to who goes first, because you're looking forward to that rest, you know? And your body's like getting used to like, all right, work out right after run, then I get a break. Or like break right after this run and then I have to work out. So I feel like that's totally the move, is the same person.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were talking.
Yeah, so if you ever think of doing a Hyrox, dude, yeah, you were like, I can go first. Like, I'll go first. And I was just like, No, I
Yeah.
like was literally screaming at myself in my head. I'm like, get your together, put your bootstraps up, like let's like. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I'm not going second on this row.
Yeah. But yeah, the row went better with getting your feet in.
Yeah. So
That was a mess.
Anaheim, that was our 10 seconds. I think that was what it was. It was a 10-second gap for Anaheim that we came fourth by. And I was blaming the freaking row because when we ran in, whoever was on the row machine before us did not loosen the like feet things.
Yeah, like they just slipped
the
out.
full way. Yeah, so when I went to shove my feet in, I couldn't get them in all the way. And then I started panicking, so I just started rowing. So my feet were half out of the like foot pedal things. And I literally had to like stop, open them, and then actually shove my foot in and reclose them down. Because they're not like the ones in my gym, I just like flick it open and flick it down. Like it's really easy. But these are like the material ones. But yeah, at Dallas, way smoother transition.
Yeah.
Way smoother transition.
I feel like that's up to the judges or like the volunteers too to kind of fix that. Like definitely not the people before us's fault or anything, but like I feel like because there's a bunch of volunteers. I feel like maybe they shouldn't have us go on that one if the straps aren't like ready to go, you know, because that's not.
Or they just need to, as soon as someone comes off of it, open the straps.
Yeah.
Like make sure the straps are just all the way open.
Yeah, that's true. Or we got off the row and I never row. Like I don't have a rower at my gym. We don't row. I was lactic. I was like, dude, my full like inner thighs. I was like, oh my god, dude. I was like head down on the row too. Like we each did 500 meters, so we split in half, and I was head down. I was like doing little pulls too, because I just like my knees were like bent inwards. I was like, oh, dude, this is so terrible. Because it's terrible if you never do it, you know?
Yeah, that's how it was with ski.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you probably felt that
But
exact
the
thing.
skier, you have
on
like
skis.
adrenaline, and I was just like, it. Like,
yeah, that's the
but
first
after
thing.
like row, like you're already like fatigued.
It was
intact
in my legs.
and in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rode today though, so hopefully I can get a little routine going.
Yeah, that 1K after row, you're like, dude, chill.
I was like,
dude, chill.
From the back, because you know we're in the single file. I was like, dude, chill. You were like getting too far away, and I was like, I feel like she can't even hear me anymore, because I couldn't even yell. I was like, oh my god,
I got
full
revived.
lactic. Yeah, you got revived.
I got revived post panic attack.
Yeah. Yep. Well, anyways.
So from there we went into farmer's carry.
Oh yeah.
And this is 200 meters of farmer carry. So we like I'll run down, like we'll both run it, but I'll run down the first 100 meters and then we'll switch. So at the turn, I'll drop them and then Carmen picks them up and she takes them and runs with them. And this is where we think you started bleeding.
Also the farmer's carry on this course too, it was like slightly slanted and then all the people are on the gate.
Yeah.
So you couldn't see the turnaround. And I feel like that was trippy because you couldn't, like it just felt like it kept going and going.
Yeah.
That was tripping me out.
It did feel way longer. It was, yeah. Because I started running before the in of it. Like as soon as I grabbed them, I was like, all right, got to start running. So I ran like, it felt like more than 100, but when you can't see the turnaround, it felt like even longer. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, when we switched, I feel like I knocked into the fence or the gate or something. And I feel like this is when, because my arm was bleeding. At some point, I noticed my arm was bleeding on the last run. And I was like, you know, remember, we're in single file. We were in our last run. I was like, Leslie, look.
Hey, yo.
That's suspicious.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, I don't even know if you like turned around because we were running. And
During
you
the
had
run,
to do
no.
you had to do your moving people out of the way duties.
Yeah, I was the bulldozer during the freaking run.
Yeah. So at this point, after farmer's carry, we have 2 more events. And yeah, I think I hit a zip tie. I don't know, that it was deep. Like See, you can see
Yeah,
my
so you
white
had blood
cells.
down your arm.
Yeah, it was definitely
Yeah.
deep, and it was getting everywhere. It was on my leg, so that's when I was like, we were like running, and I was looking down my leg. I was like, oh my god, you know, dude, we're women, and I'm looking at my leg, and because my arm like hit my leg, and I'm like, you are lying. You're lying right now because I know it's not my time of the month. And during this race, I know that during this race right now, it's not my time. Please, God, it's not my time. Please. We're not even wearing, like, our shorts were see-through. Full on see-through. And
Our shorts were up our cracks.
dude, we had the worst functional outfits. Like, I don't know what.
So bad.
The Nike pros let us down. They let us down. We had full wedgies, but.
Body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia. Cracks. They were up our cracks.
Up our cracks.
Bras are. Our bras were down. We were yanking our bras up the whole time.
Dude, no one told us. And yeah.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. So anyways, we went into lunges.
Yeah, so this is second to last event, lunges. And how far
So
is
this one, so lunges I think is 100 meters, but we switched every like half. So
Yeah.
I went halfway down and like before the turnaround. So instead of going all the way down to the turnaround and then switching,
it? That was new.
we went like halfway down, switched, halfway down, switch, halfway down, switch.
I don't think we did that last time because of just how I don't know.
was-
I feel
it
like we
was
only
set
switched
up.
once.
I thought we switched twice in lunges because it was like a down, back, down, back, down, back type setup.
I don't know.
I thought the lunges were set up differently at Anaheim. But I actually liked that half switch because I also feel like with a new race plan, we need to do that with the sled push. Is just go half down, switch, half down, switch.
Yeah, a lot of people were doing that. Because a full sled push is a lot on your freaking
Yeah.
quads.
So I think that was good for lunges. Re-looking at the videos, that's when my mom noticed that you were bleeding, and your mom didn't even notice until after the
Yeah,
race.
we were lunging. Like, I felt like I was doing, what's that one? Is it like a dance move? Or is it like when they like slide the wrestlers when they're warming up? Or it's like a dance move too. When they're like sliding across the floor, but they're like kind of like half lunging. Y'all know.
Oh, wait, I know what you're talking about. Yes. Yeah.
The wrestling warm up. Or football players do it.
Yeah. I know
I
what you're
felt like
talking
we were
about.
doing that. We were
Yep.
flying. We were flying in
Yeah.
lunge until I had to throw the bag down, and then I was lactic again. I was like, oh my god, bro, slow down. That guy was hyping us up.
Yeah. I think probably because at the end.
Yeah, he was like, you're a strong
Like
woman,
the-
you're a
the
powerful
volunteer.
woman, you can do it. I was like, you're right. Thanks.
Yep. And then that was our last K. And that one, that like sucks because like legs heavy, but it's like, dude, last K, like gotta push. Just like get through it.
Yeah.
And then we hit wall balls. And so at Anaheim, it was only 75 wall balls that we had to do. And now they switched it that for open doubles, it's 100. So for all divisions, it's 100 wall balls. This is when I noticed that you were bleeding because I was standing right in front of you staring at it. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like the switch to 100 makes sense. Like 75 feels random.
Yeah, that was really random.
But I guess for the open, like open solo, or just like for the solo, definitely would make a difference. Extra 25.
yeah,
But
that would suck. Yeah.
but yeah, we crank out the wall balls. I feel like we don't have no trouble there, knock on wood, but
Yeah, I think wall balls are fine.
and we have like a good
'Cause it's
switch rotation plan. It's kind of just like kind of AMRAP
Yeah.
and then switch.
Yeah, I mean, same with burpees, like go as far as you can and then switch
Yeah.
type thing. It's like really based on feel. But yeah, wall balls. And it's kind of like that thing where it's like, it's the last event you're almost done, just freaking push.
Yeah, y'all. So there was a lot of events. So that's all 8 events, and there's a lot of events that we split. But yeah, like Lizzie just said, a lot of them we kind of based on feel. We didn't really have like a set amount that each person was gonna do. Just kind of wrap it out. But yeah, so we finished. We bettered our time. But like we said, the courses kind of differ. So I'm not sure if time can really be like your end all be all factor that you kind of base your race on. But it's a good way to see it, how you did what. But I'm just saying, like, courses are all different. So, but yeah.
Yeah, it's also so hard to like truly run at full speed when there are so many people that you have to bother.
Yeah.
Like, you really have to run. Like, sometimes you're running on the far outside lane. We're cutting in. We're shoving people. Like, it's
Dude.
tough. And so that obviously, like, tracks time as well.
Dude.
Into that.
You know why? You know why that is, man? Because we got to do pro. There'll be less people.
I know. We need to go pro, man. We got to do it.
Yeah, y'all. So there's like separate division. Like, you just can sign up for it, but there's also the pro divisions, and it's the same thing. There's solo and doubles and a relay, I think. But the weights are heavier. It's the same distances for like burpees, lunges, and ski row and sleds, but there's a couple more plates on the sleds, and then the wall ball's heavier. The farmers, everything's heavier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lunges. Yep. Everything that deals with weights are heavier.
But so yeah, I mean, that's definitely in our future, in our sights, to kind of transition to that division.
Transition to like the pros. Yeah. And I definitely think that we are capable of it. It's just like we want take the top of doubles opens first.
Yeah, we want to see what we can do in open. Give ourselves another shot,
before we switch. Yeah. Also, at Hyrox Dallas was Nick Bear, who crushed his first Hyrox race. He did the open pros.
Yeah, and we got to see Lucy Davis. If y'all follow Hyrox, you know her.
Yep.
There's a lot of big names.
Huge inspiration to us. Yeah. Yeah, all the BPN athletes were there. The Powders girls were there, and guys. So it's really cool to see the community growing in it. It was also, I will say, the one really, really cool thing that I saw that I was like, dang, I freaking love this community, was watching the men's pro. And when Nick Bear was doing the the wall balls, the guy that won, Dylan Scott, is that his name? Dylan Scott? He just won men's pros, but he, instead of like staying by like the finish and stuff, he went and helped Nick Bear with his final like wall balls and like was coaching him through it. So I just thought that was really cool to like watch.
Yeah. Because Nick Bear is like he's super, like, he invented, the term like hybrid athlete, because this man is like 200 pounds and his marathon is like sub 240, which is like, name another person who is capable of that, So,
yeah.
But did you see the Dylan Scott's post on Instagram? He was like, these big names come in here and, we respect them a lot, but, I'm glad that, we were able to show up and show them what we were made of. And I feel like that really fueled, probably fueled Nick Bear for his next race.
For his next one. Yeah. No, I agree. Because, I mean, this is such a tough.
It's tough.
Like, fitness race. Yeah. It is. And it is really cool to see so many people trying it and doing it for the first time. But I do also think, like, I'm watching a lot of, like, big just, like, fitness influencers starting to get involved in it.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, like, this is tough. Like, this is so tough. And I think it's a great thing to train for, because it is
It's the people's race.
a good mix of running and like functional exercises and and it's literally for anyone and everyone. Like the background styles that you like have for training, you either have like the CrossFitters or the marathoners or people that have never, done anything fitness wise are getting into their fitness journeys, former athletes, like use so many different backgrounds. So I think it's really cool.
It's not like a huge lifting race, but you can train through lifting, type thing. I feel like people get turned off by like CrossFit and CrossFit races because they're like, I can't like lift that heavy, blah blah blah. But there's no lifting in this, So even like that Dylan Scott. Sorry, I keep talking about him, but he won the Open Men's Pro. But he even talks about how he never lifts heavy or anything, and he's never done that, and like he's winning. It just depends on your training style. You can literally train however you want.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like it's what works best for you too at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's just so interesting and new, and we're glad to be a part of it and growing with it. Yo.
Yeah. And again, like we don't even train together. This is our second doubles race and we don't train together. And of course now when we're done racing, we have holiday breaks together and we run together and stuff, but like we have both Hyrox races, we have not trained once together during our prep, and we just come together and we just rip it. But we talked about that in like the last episode, how you were saying about like doubles partners need to have that chemistry and need to like know each other, and we obviously have had that for so many years, so it's really like nothing to us. But I would say like if you're trying doubles with a partner, like make sure you guys like know each other and have that communication with each other.
Yeah, or you know each other's training styles, when each other fatigues, when each other will probably need a break or need a switch, or I agree with that. Yeah, I like doing doubles though. It's so fun because we get to link up and do it together, and then we both get to compete in the race, but we're not competing against each other, which is probably good for our relationship and stuff. So it's fun.
And it just helps with like the training process leading into the Hyrox, because all those days that it's like, damn, like I don't want to do this, or I don't feel good, like that's why we have our Hyrox bricks, because we're training for more than just ourselves, we're training for each other. And like our Hyrox bricks is kind of like our ways to like have those highlighted moments and continue our training and hold each other accountable and push each other and be there for each other throughout the whole process. Even in the off season, like we're still like training for each other because we know that we're going to put another one on the calendar.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's definitely way more motivating to, be part of a team.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was kind of our overall recap from Dallas. Kind of moving forward, what is our plans for this quote unquote off season before we jump into another one?
It's not off season.
I know it's never an off season.
We're still on.
Yeah, we're still on.
Wait, so technically Hyrox season started. This is like the beginning of it, and then the end of Hyrox season is June, kind of like June, summertime. So kind of those couple months between or of summer is the technical off season of the Hyrox. But we fly on our own wave, dude.
Yeah, we do our own thing. So, I mean, I guess I can kind of say what I'm doing this weekend.
Yeah.
So, I signed up for a 6-hour race. I will have only 2 weeks of training from when we did Hyrox.
No, yeah, months. Come on.
Okay.
Months and months.
Okay, listen. I have 5 months of Hyrox training and a small aerobic base. I was only running like 20 to 25 miles. And then last week, I jumped up to like 35 miles. We did a 14-mile trail run, which was fun. That was
not recommended.
Carmen's long run PR, my second one, on trails. And yeah, so it's called 6-hour power. So however many 5K loops you can do within 6 hours. So on the trails. And it's a really small, like just small race. Not a lot of people, like it's not some big marathon thing. But my goal is to run a marathon, plus if I can, with never having done anything like this before. On trails, too. My first ever marathon is going to be on a trail. So, yeah, no clue how to fuel, but we're in a trail girl era right now, I guess we could say.
Yeah. Well, for 6 hour power, it's like you can run those 5Ks, like you could just run them super slow, 10-minute break. And if you hit one 5K every hour, I mean, that's 18 miles. So, I mean, if you hit like a couple in between a couple of the different hours, like there's definitely room for a good amount of break and to still hit 26 miles, I feel like.
Yeah, that's definitely my goal. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you can do it. You got your running vest now.
I know. All decked out. But yeah, so I mean, we're both kind of, one thing that we're trying to do for our next Hyrox and how we want to prepare for this next one is up our endurance base, and we want to do that on the trails because we want the hills. We want it's tougher to run on trails than just the ground, and it helps strengthen all those little muscles in our legs and whatnot. So during this time in between our next Hyrox race, we want to kind of really take charge of trail running and getting in like the higher mileage just to help with it, because it really is a running race. Like it is a running race.
It's a running race, yeah.
That's where all your time is going to come with.
Yeah, I want to go up to like, I've been saying I want to do this for a long time, but I want to do 40 miles. So I was doing like 30 this summer for this race, but I've never done this, like not even in college. I was always sitting at 30 miles because I was like mid-distance, easily injured category. So, but yeah, I want to do 40.
I think you could.
We'll
as long
see.
as
It's
you
hard.
do it like smart, yeah. Your body
you gotta
like
be
will
smart,
have a
y'all.
cap. Like my body caps at like 45, 50. I've done 60-mile weeks and then I was like injured right after. So like you have to like figure out what your like sweet spot like mark is.
Yeah, it's hard. Like even like 30, it's just hard to find time in the week with like work and everything. So
our lives just
we'll
living.
We'll try. Yeah, life outside of working out, yo. Got a couple snowboard trips planned. Hopefully that helps me with my endurance. Come on.
Save the butt cheek.
Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't lifting, man, at all. So hopefully my cheeks are stronger right now than they were this time last year for snowboard season. But I guess we'll just have to see. But yeah, and then
No, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
We also want to do like decas as well, which is done by like Spartan, which are kind of similar to Hyrox but way less running. I think it'd be cool to try to find one of those just to like sign up for kind of like a mini Hyrox, mock Hyrox. Just to help with the training.
Except it has assault bike in it, so
yeah, that'll do it.
That'll get you.
Yeah, I think we'll find some more like trail runs, little like backyard ultra kind of similar things, and then hit our Hyrox again and then go from there.
Yeah, I mean our plan for Hyrox, we were just talking about this. We're kind of waiting to see if some different locations drop. So right now there's only a few open, but hopefully they drop a few more, maybe, some closer to where each of us live. And yeah. There's a Vegas one in February. It's sold out, and then there's only like 3 more after that. It's like DC, Houston in March, and
Miami.
And Miami's in April with Atlanta. And that's all we know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hopefully they put what we want on the calendar, but we'll just have to wait and see.
We'll see, yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely keep y'all updated. We'll definitely keep y'all updated with our trail running journeys on the podcast for sure. And also definitely going to continue lifting. I mean, I feel like you're taking a break right now from lifting, right? Because I am.
Yeah, I am. I lifted last week with my dad because I was home, and then I'm gonna do like a light thing
Or
tomorrow.
like
but
Hyrox. Yeah, like Hyrox lift.
Hyrox, yeah, like I'm gonna row tomorrow. But when it comes to like a Hyrox focus workout, yeah, I'm gonna take like a little bit off because I'm gonna be down bad next week. I already know that. So, I'll slowly. I mean, I do like doing Hyrox workouts, so I might do one here and there, but. Yeah, I'm just gonna like kind of take some off time from that and just work on
give it a couple
strength
weeks.
training and endurance training. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Hope y'all continue following along, and hope y'all sign up for Hyrox and let us know how it goes. And feel free to DM us on the gram at Off Day Podcast with a K.
okay, yeah. Please like actually pay attention to our Instagram and our Instagram stories
Our polls.
because we are seeing who is watching and not doing the polls. So
Just do
y'all
the
better
poll.
do the polls.
Just do it, man.
Like it's so easy. It's one click. It's one click.
click.
Okay.
We need your
freaking do it.
data. We need the data. Come on.
We also we have our YouTube video because when this drops, the YouTube video will be up. Officially on YouTube now. So you can watch our podcast on YouTube.
Yeah. Get over to our YouTube, y'all. We got our first vlog up there.
Yep.
Race vlog.
All right. Well, hey. We'll be seeing ya.
Bye.